What's going on, Jerome's? It's the start of summer, and also you need to get yourself some gear. That's right. The Purple for the Win hat, producer Allie's design. Focus, zoom in the hats. The sexiness. Also, it's got Jerome on the snapback. Whew. All right, so this is going to be hitting the store soonish, so we'll keep you updated. Good times. Also, updating you on the latest with Peter King. So, Peter King, longtime NBC sports writer, longtime SI writer, football Night in America, football Morning in America, whatever. Legend, respect, all that stuff. But he got it wrong. We can't all be perfect like me. Sometimes people get things wrong, and he got it wrong in his power rankings where the Vikings. Now, for me, we'll do our power rankings. We'll do our power rankings sometimes this month, right? But, of course, every single power ranking is wrong because they're not mine. Now, the national media Jerome haircuts, we have to factor in just a little bit of a handicap. So, all right, so even though the Vikings, national media-wise, should be in the early teens, 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there, obviously in the playoff places for sure, especially given the weak NFC, yes, but given the handicap of the national media, okay, what? Vikings check in 15, 14, 15, 16, somewhere there. I feel like that's fair. Well, a little bit higher. Say 13, 14, that would be fair, right? But some power rankings have them in the 20s, and it's not so much about where the Vikings are. It's who is ahead of them. It's just completely redonkulous, man. So we're going to go through Peter King. Oh, spoiler, it's not good. No bueno, man. So Bills at 1, yes. Chargers at 2. Ooh, spicy. I like it. Even though you can make a good case on paper, the Chargers have the best defense in the league. Brandon Staley's building something nice out there. Justin Herbert, they can protect him. So, yeah, I get it. I get it. Number 3, KC, even without Tyreek, sure. 4, the Rams, first NFC team, even though no OBJ. No Sebastian Day, the loss of Von Miller, Whitworth retired. Sure, Woods was traded, but I mean, they're still gonna be good to go. Even though, they lost Wes Phillips and Kevin O'Connell, so that's gonna screw them over. 5, somehow, some way. All right, so the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers, who were knocked out in their first playoff game at home against the Niners, and Jimmy Garoppolo, conquering hero, by the way, and they lose Devontae Adams, but somehow they're 5. Somehow they're the second team in the NFC. This is where things go wonky, right? So how in God's name are they still up that high? Rodgers, allegedly the 2-time reigning defending MVP. Please, child, please. Yeah, another year older, another year with less salary cap. Respect the kept Jar Alexander. They tried to replicate the Georgia defense, even though they didn't get the best Georgia defender in Lewis Cine. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Freezing cold takes. Hey, screenshot this. Remember this. Actually, remember every single media person hyping up the Packers. Please, child, please. Bucks at 6. You got the corpse of Tom Brady. A worse offensive line. Okay, we'll see what happens. Also, no BA, but yeah, apparently BA and Brady weren't seeing eye to eye. 7, you got the Bengals. Okay, sure. 8, the Ravens. I don't know how the Ravens do it every single year. It just seems like John Harbaugh has a team put together by duct tape, and then they just roll through. Hopefully they'll get some injury luck this year. Ronnie Stanley, hopefully they can keep a healthy running back this year. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe Lamar Jackson will get his contract issue straightened out. That seems a little bit high, though. Like, this would be the perfect spot for the other purple team. But Peter King, of course. Of course, no, not so much. Philly. How is Philly up this high? I understand they have this fun infusion of talent, and they brought in A.J. Brown, and Jalen Hurts is my guy, but 9. No, this should be German 9. 9. How is Philly this high? 10, you got the Niners. Okay, they don't even know who their quarterback is going to be. Debo's disgruntled. They're probably not going to pay him. So what's going to happen? Yeah, really, what's going to happen? So you're telling me the Niners are a top 10 team and a top 4 team in the NFC? That what you're saying to me? The Saints. This is probably the most egregious one. How do you have the Saints at 11? They lost smug-ass Sean Payton, and they have Jameis at quarterback. How does this add up to 11? How? But yes, they got Olave, respect. Yes, Michael Thomas won't be injured for the first time in 17 years. Jarvis Landry will be good for 17 receptions and 40 yards. Cool. Great. Awesome. I don't get it, man. They lost Taron Armstead. They had to punt on a bunch of other free agents. I don't get this one. Tennessee Titans at 12, sure. Vegas. So you're telling me that Derek Carr is all the way up there? Okay. I mean, sure they got Chandler Jones and Max Crosby, yes. Sure, Darren Waller and Devontae Adams will be studs out there. And Josh McDaniels, a new guy leading the way, yes, but 13? Okay. Denver, yeah, I get it. I understand the hype surrounding Russell Wilson coming in. They do have a lot of talent out there in Denver, but what about the defense? Dallas is always going to be overhyped, so I'm not necessarily mad at this because it's just a given. It's just a fact. Okay. But all right, so the Dolphins. So you picked up Tyreek, great. You picked up the aforementioned Taron Armstead, awesome. I mean, Tua's still your quarterback. And Tua couldn't throw a BB through a piss-soaked paper bag, even though I like Tua a lot. I mean, it just is what it is. And arm strength isn't the be-all, end-all, but you have the two best deep threat wide receivers in the league, or two of the best, in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And what are you going to do, have them run 10-yard hitches? Like, is that the plan? I don't know. You got the Patriots. Mac Jones, sure. 18, you got Cleveland. Cleveland's an absolute mess. I feel bad for Stefanski. I mean, hey, it's a good thing that you gave Deshaun Watson $250 million fully guaranteed. How's that going to work? Good job. And then you got 19. So I got the Vikings. So here's what Peter King wrote. There's some fresh air over the Vikings with firing of Mike Zimmer. Lots of players found him too negative at the end of his reign, despite having above-average talent over the past 4 years, including quarterback Kirk Cousins. Ooh, that's an olive branch, above average. The Vikings have been just 33-31-1 in the regular season since Cousins arrived in 2018, and they're finishing 19th in the league in team defense over those 4 seasons. That was Zimmer's area of expertise, allegedly, of course. Now the head coach is sunny offensive guy Kevin O'Connell, with a veteran running the defense at Donatel. He's run a 3-4 defensively, but promises to meld 4-man fronts in Minnesota. Either way, 2 defensive imports and Harrison Phillips, even though he's playing tackle. And Zadarius Smith should play big roles if Donatel's system is going to get the Vikings back to playing quality defense. So overall, the paragraph is relatively neutral. He even called Kirk Cousins above average. There you go. He did point the finger at Mike Zimmer. The fact that they're just over 500 the last 4 years, as well as they were never above 500 at any point the last 2 seasons. I don't put that all on Kirk. I put a lot of that on leadership, but it's not so much that. It's more who is around you. Would you take the Vikings over the Browns this year? Vikings, obviously. Would you take the Vikings over the Patriots this year? It's going to be pretty close. I believe Mac Jones. You can never count out Belichick, but I would take the Vikings slightly. The Dolphins or the Vikings? Not even close. Not even close. Give me the Vikes. Then you got Vikings or Cowboys. Cowboys are always going to be overrated. Give me Minnesota. Vikings or Denver. Ooh. Now it gets a little bit close. It's close. Vikings over the Raiders. Yes. I'm taking the Vikings every single time. Vikings over the Tennessee Titans. I don't trust Ryan. Who do you trust more? Kirk Cousins or Ryan Tannehill? I understand it's determining who the tallest Korean is, but guess what? I trust Kirk a little bit more. Kirk's 5'7", Tannehill's 5'2". Then you got 11 New Orleans. Not even close. Are you effing kidding me with this one? Get the hell out of here with that. And then Niners or Vikings. I'm taking the Vikings. Niners or Vikings or Eagles. I'm taking the Vikings. Vikings, Ravens. I put them on the same plane. So we're getting into the top 10 pretty easily. But what's even crazier, so he put the Lions at 20. Now, I respect what the Lions have done, Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, but, I mean, Jared Goff is still a quarterback, and you don't have the Zimmer defense to allow Jared Goff to mark 75 yards, get a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion and win a game anymore. That just ain't going to happen, bro. Also, I think he's low on the Colts. He's kind of low in Arizona, too. I think that he is astute by putting the Bears at 28. Because you have Matt Eberflus, the IKEA toilet, defensive-minded guy. You have Justin Fields, who has a lot of talent, but he has to be cultivated. He has to be protected. And they got a worse offensive line. They got rid of several of their offensive weapons. So now they're just like, there you go, kid. There you go. You have a defensive head coach. We got rid of Allen Robinson, and your offensive line is worse. Best of luck. And guess what? When he falls on his face, they're going to blame him. It's unfair. It's patently unfair, man. Got the Jaguars down there. Falcons, oof. Carolina, oof. And the Texans at 32. I mean, sure, that's whatever. But just egregious. We went through. We did the math. Vikings should easily be top 10, even given the handicap of the national media jabroni haircuts. How they're out of the top 15, I don't understand it. But Peter King, he was obviously already on there. But yeah. Just it's okay. It's okay. I can't wait to see the NFL power rankings when the Vikings are 16-0 heading into Week 18. It's like, oh, the Vikings at 7, still behind the Packers at 8-6. It's just ridiculous, man. It's just, or 8-9, whatever. Whatever. I can't do math. The only math I can do is that the Vikings should be top 10. But whatever. Anyways, Peter King got it wrong. Hates the Vikings. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts and his thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.